Hey guys, Canuck here. Welcome to another course critique. And today we are critiquing one of our hardcore members. So again, if you are interested in having a full critique like this done, please look into my membership options on my YouTube channel. So today we're going to play Stewarts Point Golf Club. Again, this is by one of our hardcore designer tier members that goes by Straightpogs, I think, on the forums. Or Taylor. I got to ask him what he prefers. So he's got a little write-up here over on the TGC Tours forums. He's already published this, so this is out. It's got 23 plays so far. Maybe this video will help him get a few more. It says, welcome to Stewarts Point Golf Club, a coastal course in Northern California offering plenty of scoreable opportunities and views that will erase any memories of the tee shot you just shanked into the water. Ooh. At 7,340 yards, this par 72 layout offers quite a challenge, but many tee shots play downhill and into the right wind conditions. Many par fours can be reached with a short iron or wedge. Below, I've pictured each hole. Okay, so he's got a little short write up on each hole too. So that's kind of cool. You don't have to do that, but definitely makes it kind of neat to see how creative you guys are in your hole write ups and stuff. So that's cool. I love a good coastal course. I'm a sucker for great coastal views and lots of elevation changes. It sounds like as well. So excited to give this a go. Now, apparently, I played this in like a mini critique on one of my streams. I played the first 2 or 3 holes. So I took a quick look at it to see if I could remember it. I think I do. Yeah, I think I definitely do remember this. So this is going to be a nice course, but I'm going to try to give a few critiques where I can. And yeah, let's go. So it says the first hole is a gentle opening par 4 at 410 yards. One of the narrowest fairways on the course, and a large bunker to the left will catch any errant drives. A good drive will set up a solid birdie opportunity. So yeah, very narrow. I can tell with the fairway right off the tee here. Bunkering is pretty good. This one big bunker. I would maybe say it's a little bit deep. Just with these bunkers are hard to really make consistent. Pretty good job though. So like kind of this little nub here, I would probably have lowered it a bit, but for the most part, it's pretty darn good. Really like the opening drive tee shot here. It makes it look a lot narrower than it is. It is still narrow, but it's a scary opening drive. Gotta hope your tempo is working, which mine hasn't been lately. I did hit a slight fast, but I think I'm gonna catch the left edge of the fairway. Yes, I do. Okay, so this is gonna set up a little pitch shot in. To a very large green. So I would say and I probably mentioned this on the mini critique I did for this one, but for a 375-yard hole, I don't know if you need a green this large. Just by looking here on the front is 67 all the way to 130. That's a 60-yard deep green on a 400-yard R4. I mean, I know those exist. Just, I don't know if this course fits a green that big. So I would suggest the green's a little big, and it could afford to be maybe popped up a little bit. It's just kind of sitting. It's not really sitting that great. Try to get it close here. Not great. Okay. Get in there. Oh, so close. A few little things, but overall a nice kind of little warm-up hole, but it is a very narrow drive for sure. Second hole, long par 4 that doglegs to the left. Drive it to the right side of the fairway to have the best look into the green. Find the bunker to the left, however, and you'll be faced with a blind approach shot into the blind approach shot into the green. Yeah, planting really nice. Yeah, so far I really like the tree selection here. Nice little mix of those kind of cool twisty oak trees, which really give that California coastline look. Fairway is very clean. I like the mow lines. Sometimes the mow lines can be a little grating. These are really bright ones, but I think it just kind of works. Just a really clean look off the tee here. Not overly dramatic, just like nice and clean. A significantly wider fairway from the first hole. see if it's going to be more wider like this or more narrow like the first hole. Okay, second shot in. Too bad. That pin is a little... Great. Yeah, just a little bit on the yellow. These bunkers, I think, too big, and I don't think this one on the right, on the left, is framed properly. It's like it's half on the green and then half kind of over here. If anything, I would have made this one smaller, put it here, and made this one smaller and moved and maybe had it start right here. Just, yeah, you've got about half the bunker that's kind of not really, I wouldn't say in play. It's still in play, but it's, yeah, I don't know. I think I would just move it over a little bit. That's my only really critique on this hole. Little short wedge in. We'll hit our gap wedge. This hopefully will be enough. Yeah, fast. You guys saw my stream, this stream last night. My tempo is just atrocious right now. Definitely got to start playing this game more, but it's hard with family and a whole bunch of other games out that I'm playing right now, so. Fortunately, other than design, actually playing this game is taking a bit of a backseat. Alright, green is good, I think. Nice contours in there. Nothing too outrageous. We do make a nice par save there. Third hole. What we got for the third hole? Third hole is the first of the par 5s, sitting at 577 yards and offers long hitters the opportunity to fire away as the fairway is quite wide. Put it in the fairway and you'll be able to reach this 2-tiered green at 2. Leave it in the wrong tier and a 2-putt is no guarantee. Bailing out to the left or right into the large elephant bunkers is not a bad miss either. Oh yeah, big elephant ear bunkers. Yeah, I can see that. Okay. Yeah, nice drive again. Pretty flat, very welcoming, wide open. I'm okay with that for a big par 5. I still can't hit the fairway. Oh, jeez. Still can't hit the fairway. That is going to get rid of reaching in 2. Takes that out of the question. Try to hit a 3. Well, I'm going to hit a 3 hybrid because I'm not sure if it's going to be able to pop out here. Again, I would say maybe this green, probably a bit too big again. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. A lot of fast today. Everything's really big on this course. Giant bunkers, giant greens, giant fairways. But just as long as you're keeping it relatively consistent, that's okay. I think. But I think maybe overall, say green, everything's maybe a little bit too big. But again, like I said, you keep it consistent. It's totally fine, in my opinion. Fourth hole begins one of the most picturesque stretches in golf. Whoa, okay. Big words here. Par 4 at 461 yards. Play it shorter than the yardage suggests as the tee shot is downhill to a fairway that snakes from left to right. Find the fairway and you'll be set up with a good birdie opportunity to the green that allows you to lose the slopes to your advantage. Alright, so yeah, I see how it's really nicely snaking down to the ocean here. Tee shot again is good. I might have lowered this a little bit just so I could see the rest of this fairway and you could actually see the angle coming down a bit. But not bad. Two really different bunkers here. I have a feeling it's hard with bunker shapes because I feel like you kind of have to have some consistency there, and I'm not sure if he wants those bunkers predominantly or some more smooth, rounded bunkers. You kind of got a bit of both. Just not sure consistency-wise how well that works. That's all. Visually, though, stunning hole. We make our way down to the ocean. Slowly bomb that drive. Ooh, that is a tough pin. Okay with it, though. got a short wedge in for the most part. But, I mean, that's really close. That pin 1. I mean, if you've got a tailwind, or a headwind, you might be 140, 150, 160 in, depending on your club, and then trying to get at that pin. I don't know. It's okay. It's borderline. Also, for new designers, don't feel the need to tuck your pin all the time. Put it in the middle of the green, and some well-placed contours are just fine. Just fine. Okay. Don't think I played the break properly. I did not. Another par. Another par. Yeah, enjoying this so far. Bit of the 5th, the first par 3. 5th hole is truly a stunner and one of the signature holes. 161 yards, we're playing downhill, short to mid-iron, into a green, and even the most severe headwinds. Bunker in front is quite penalizing, and it's deep and the green slopes away from you, okay? Find the green and you'll have another solid look at birdie, just make sure you don't overclub. This is nice. I prefer these kind of shape of bunkers. I think the bunkers are definitely a lot more appropriate size on this hole. Maybe still a little bit too big. I feel like a real missed opportunity here with some of these back bunkers. I would have just raised this back lip a little bit, just so you could see a little bit of this bunker and a little bit of this bunker. It is a pretty hole, but perhaps a few missed opportunities. And also our second straight front tucked pin that slopes down. I don't know how you get this close, to be quite honest. Because everything slopes away from you. I'm not a big fan of too many greens that slope away from me, but yeah, I don't know how we can get this close. Try. I hit fast, so it doesn't matter anyway. That's a difficult shot. Another tucked pin too, so hoping that was maybe just a 2 in a row kind of miss there. I'm guilty of it too. It's always handy to really keep track and say, okay, where's in 1, 2, 3, 4 for each hole, and then have them kind of all written down and make sure there's, you don't have like pin 2 at the front every single time, or just try to avoid that as best you can. Okay, on to 6. Another signature hole. Okay. As the fairway dog legs to the left along the cliffside, at its longest it plays 345, but the shot again is downhill, so most players will look to drive the green, a good drivable 4 here. There are no bunkers on this hole, but the green is perhaps the most movement out of any on the course. The green is surrounded by an apron of fairway that will cause any errant tee shots long and left to roll right off the green. Laying up is also viable with a long iron or wood to leave yourself a wedge into the green. Whatever you play, 6 is a must birdie hole. Okay. Very nice planting along the cliffside here. I like this. I would say maybe a little bit, again, too big. I would look at probably of sinking some of these rocks into the land more and sinking the bushes into the land more. I think you would have had a more realistic look. But the idea is there, and it's pretty good. So, drivable, yeah, I would definitely say so. Not really a lot much else going on this hole, to be quite honest. It's almost just playing like a long par 3. So, which I have absolutely made a mess of. I don't know what's going to happen here. Oh boy. I'm in a rock. Oh, I bounced out here. All right, that's a mess. This is a fun little flop. Shocked we got it onto the green. But we are staring bogey in the face here. Oh no, I forgot it's a par 4. I even thought it was a par 3. I don't know. I would have liked to have seen a little more creativity-wise on this hole. I love a good short four, but other than just carrying the water, there wasn't really much on offer on that one, I think. Okay, we go to 7. Another stunner of a par 3. 7th is a longer version of the 5th. 195. Tee shot is once again downhill with a tailwind. Holding the green may become a challenge for those unsure on club selection. Green does slope from back to front, or any approach shots will leave an uphill putt to the hole. Yes, very similar looking hole. Not like completely similar. You got, I really like you got some really nice smooth transitions here. Like your sculpting is very, very nice. A little bit messy here, kind of these grasses leaking in a little bit onto the heavy rough. I'd say maybe that's a little bit messy. Yeah, a nice little par 3 here. A little bit of a longer par 3. Drop down to a 5-iron. Slow. But this could actually be pretty darn good. Get in there. Oh, still looking for my first ace in this game. That was very nice. I'll tap in the birdie. First birdie of the day after 6 straight pars. Moving to 8. Long par 4 at 488 yards. The fairway again snakes along the cliffside. However, the fairway here is quite wide, so finding the fairway should not be an issue for most. Find the fairway and you'll have a long iron or wood into the green. A tough par 4, but at least you'll be able to take in some more views of the Pacific if you happen to host a high number. Alright, so again, kind of snaking along the lake here. See, I would have liked to have you brought the fairway a little bit more closer to the edge here. I mean, there's a big area rough here that maybe you could have put a bunker, or I don't know. Feels like maybe a bit of a missed opportunity. I mean, you could have also widened this, and then from here is a little bit better angle in than here. So a little bit more of a risk-reward opportunity if you brought the fairway in a little bit more. Okay. Kind of still the same theme of these kind of flat, wide open looking drives, which I'm fine with. I think it looks really good. Well, we're playing to the right side of the fairway, which is not going to help for a great angle. So we got to hit it over these green. Yeah, this is a tough pin. So again, this is very tucked. And also, like, even if I did have a good angle, I mean, there's no help for me to get this close. Everything's sloping this way, so. Yeah, I'd say some interesting green sculpting decisions on this course. I'm just going to try to play safe, but really much else I can do. There's nothing that's helping me there. And you know, the golf course doesn't have to help the golfer out all the time, but sometimes you got to give them a break. And I've noticed on a few of your greens, they are not friendly. There's no friendly undulations that I've seen so far. Okay, number 9. Closing hole on the front 9 is a par 5 that can play almost 600 yards. However, the tee shot is downhill, and for most players, the green will be reachable in 2. The fairway here is the widest on the course and offers players a generous opportunity to make birdie or better. Very generous, yeah. Okay. All right, again, we've got more water right. Yeah, just grip and rip kind of hole. Not really much in the way. All right, the second shot here. Okay, so a little bit more helpful here is you've kind of got the green sloping towards this pin, which is a little bit better. It's an okay par 5. I don't really like how it's blind this second shot, but maybe a little on the duller side. Long par 5s are really tough. I find them really tough to build. I find the second shot's the most important. That's a great view right there. That's beautiful. Very nice. It is visually a very nice course. I have Not really any problems visually with this course at all. I have no idea where I'm going here. I'm going to be on the fringe. Oh, come on. Get through the fringe. It did. Wow. That was actually pretty close. Gonna make our birdie. Clean little 2-under on the front 9. Alright. So far, so good. Enjoying it so far. 10. The 10th makes its way back inland and offers players a good opportunity to make birdie at only 440 yards. Drives to the right, can cut the dogleg and leave just a short wedge into the green. The 10th is a great hole to continue momentum from the front 9 or build some momentum heading into the finishing holes. Okay, so fairway has again gotten quite narrow again. Got 2 different types of bunkers again, I'm noticing. Planting is nice. I maybe would have liked to have seen some of the... You got a lot of these areas. Maybe just sink it down a bit rather than have it flat. Minor suggestion. Oh, look at that swing. That is my new swing plane. I don't know why it does that now, but... Jeez. Alright, we're in trouble here. Lie isn't bad. Take a couple extra clubs, see if we can clear it over these sand traps. Slow swing, followed by a fast swing. Chip it up. Yeah, another larger green. Ah, there's our first bogey of the day. Didn't play that overly well. Not a bad hole. All right, 11. 191 yards, first par 3 on the back 9, and is a neat little hole. The entire green slopes from left to right, so use the slopes to get the ball close and leave yourself another good look at birdie. All right, let's see what he's done with the greens here. Yeah, we got a nice little backstop here. I like that. Kind of promoting kind of a fun little shot here. So, I mean, we could try. Put it here and see what it does. Well, again, you have to hit proper tempo. I can somehow not do anymore. Okay. 28 up 6. We can get this in. Oh, just a little too much pace. Yeah. These holes are good. They're really good holes. I think each hole, though, is just kind of missing something that's really bringing it over the top. But it's a fun little course. Absolutely. Risk-reward par 4 at only 402 yards. Players may opt for driver when first seeing the yardage. However, the fairway is separated by a valley that is out of bounds. Laying up in the first fairway leaves an approach of over 200 yards into the green. Play here is to hit 3 wood at the left side of the fairway and have it roll to the right, which will leave you wedged into the green. Okay, so yeah, it looks like this is kind of the play. So, I mean, you are saying a layup, but I don't know why I would want to whip out a 6-iron here. I think this hole would play better about 40 yards longer. I think, because I'm taking the risk reward right out of it here. Even if I am in the heavy rough, I still have a short wedge in, so I'm taking that over a 200-yard approach any day. And yeah, we're in the heavy rough, but again, like I said, we're at the back, or it shouldn't be too bad. Again, a very large green for a short hole. Don't think it needs to be that big. Okay. And just misses. Close. Take our par. Par 5 coming up. First par 5 on the back 9. 13 offers your first glimpse of some mountain ranges on the east coast of the property. At 571 yards, finding the property is a must in order to reach this large green in 2. Yeah, some nice little mountain ranges in there. Okay. Bad hole here. Green is, or fairway is probably a more appropriate size. I can't hit it. Per usual. I'm in the rough. Or in the bunker, I mean. Back out of here. Alright. Again, a giant green. And again, with just two different types of bunkers, which has been kind of the theme the whole round. I just would have liked to have seen a bit more consistency. But that's more of a personal aesthetic thing. Ugh. Not quite. Makes the par. Okay, coming into 14 here. Coming down the stretch, 14 offers another good look at birdie. Only 448 yards, this hole offers plenty of scoring opportunities if you find the fairway off the tee. So fairway just getting really narrow. Just, I think, maybe a bit too much inconsistency with fairway width. I mean, some of these fairways are like a third the width of some of your other fairways. So you can have narrow fairways and wide fairways, but I think just the difference between the two is probably a bit too much on this course. See, I'd love to see some more greens of this size on this course. Okay, we'll take that. Get that close. Nope. All right. So I love the locale. The planting is solid. The sculpting is really nice on this course. Yeah, I think just a few inconsistencies with sizing is probably my biggest thing. Fairways, greens, bunkers, all that kind of stuff. So 4 holes left. 15 is another short par 4 at only 409 yards and the straightest hole in the course. Drive it long and straight and you'll have only a pitch or flop to the green that's surrounded by 4 bunkers. Yeah, pretty straightforward here, but that's okay. You can have kind of a breather hole here and there. They don't all have to be signature holes. But still provides a decent challenge. There we go. Finally. This is another, not too bad a pin. Again, I would say green, way too large for this length of a hole. I mean, I know that the big green can offer lots of different, you know, the front and the back can be very different yardages, but I don't know. I don't know if you necessarily want that all the time. Get in. Now. Nice. Cruising along here. Just basically all pars. 2 birdies and a bogey. Okay, longest par 4 on the course at can play almost 500 yards. However, looks can be deceiving as the tee shot is elevated almost 30 feet that allows long irons to reach the green with a short to mid iron in the right wind conditions. Hitting the fairway here is a must. And finding the fairway bunkers may be impossible to find the green in regulation. Par is always a good score here. Nice downhill look. I like that look off the tee. Kind of like how these trees are creeping in. Yeah, that's nice. Very nice. Okay. Nope. Oh, maybe. Okay, I thought that was a really far left one, but we found it. All right, 6 iron in. And not a lot of length to this course, I'm finding. I'm not really hitting like any 4s or 5 irons in. I'm hitting 8s, 9s, wedges into a lot of holes. It's okay. But I would have liked to have seen some takes on some uphill holes. Not a ton of uphill holes on this course, I've noticed. Let's see if we can make a birdie. Close. Not quite. All right, a 3 and a 5 left. wow me here at the end. 17. Longest par 4 is followed by the longest par 3, 246 yards. Your elevated tee shot is into a tiny green that slopes from back to front. Any drives pulled left or right could be result in your ball being claimed by the Pacific. Oh my goodness. Okay, so if any hole needed a larger green, it would be this one, and this is the smallest green on the course. So, wow. Okay, this is a little intimidating. We're gonna try our best. Not a perfect swing, but I pulled it. This has been my swing issue lately. Yeah, I'd say I've been telling your greens have been too big. This one's too small. There we go. Saves a par. Head into the final hole. The 18th. Finishing hole is the shortest par 5 on the course. I like a good short par 5 18th hole. 516, that's really short. Because it gives you that possibility for making an eagle. I like that. Perhaps the most challenging. A narrow fairway puts a premium here on accuracy. Any misses to the right will find the water. Any misses left will find the large fairway bunker, taking out any chances of reaching the green in 2. A fascinating finish to Stewarts Point, in which both eagles and double bogeys are certainly in play. So yeah, very narrow. Yeah, this is definitely can't get a slow. And I made sure of that. This might eliminate my chance to get there in 2, but I do get a great kick into the light rough, but I think I can attack it in 2. Another very similar pin to what you had, I think, on 15, just kind of hugging the left side there. I would just take maybe a bit more care in your pin placements, because they are a little repetitive in spots. Take that. We're on in 2. Chance for an eagle. Be a great way to finish the day. Well, if you pull it like that. Oh, my thumb just gives up at the end of the swing or something. There it is. Finishes with a birdie. And we're done at Stewarts Point Golf Club. All right, so first off, things I loved. I love the locale. You did an excellent job with the sculpting. It just had a really nice vibe to it. Felt really good. Great looks off the tee. Like I said, sculpting was really good. Now, some things I think we need to work on. Probably your biggest thing is inconsistency of the sizes of your surfaces. Fairways got huge, then they got narrow. Greens got huge, then they got tiny. You can, like I said, you can have wide and narrow fairways and big and small greens, but I think just the difference here was a little bit too much. And I would have liked to have seen maybe you sticking to a certain type of bunker. I think this course would have looked a lot better with some more of those really smooth bunkers. You kind of threw in some of those jaggedy bunkers, which I don't think looked as good. You're definitely better at sculpting those smoother ones. So I would like to have seen kind of one style of bunker a little bit more. Like I said, planting was great. I would have liked to maybe seen along the coast just some sinking into the rocks and the bushes a little bit more. Same with the grasses kind of on the land holes too. But overall, a really, really solid course. This would have no trouble getting approved on TGC Tours. I'm sure it has. I'm not sure if it's been marked tour worthy or not. I didn't check. But for me, it would be pretty darn close, I think. So great job. Oh, pins as well. The last one. Kind of make sure your pins are not. They're a little repetitive in spots and a little bit tucked in some places. So very minor things. But overall, a very, very solid course here. So fantastic work. Thank you for letting me play it. And again, if you are interested in getting a full course critique, check out my membership options over on my YouTube channel. Thank you guys very much. We'll see you next time.